Hello, everyone. Well, I already did my top 10 games of 2016, but this video is going to explain the honorable mentions, the games I did play in 2016 that didn't make the list, and the games I would have liked to play if I either had the time, the console, or anything else. Let's start off with the honorable mentions. First off, Mighty Number 9. That I'm super glad is not on my list of games, my top 10 games. I was scared at first because I was like, I haven't played that many games this year. That game might have to be on the list. But then, like, these last few releases, like, I think World of Final Fantasy was a game I was originally not going to get, and I got. Same with Dishonored 2, and same with Pokemon. Like, there were some games I wasn't even going to get towards the end of the year here, and getting them, I was like, oh wow, these were fun. They were so much better than my number 9. So I'm super, super, super glad that game is not on my list. That game was terrible. I mean, it's bad. It's just bad. Some parts could be okay, but it's just downright bad from the development to the release to everything. The PR was terrible. The whole, like an anime fan on prom night. That whole thing was, they're stupid. They're stupid. They tried to kickstart another game before that game even came out. It was just a mess. I feel sorry for everyone that was involved. I feel sorry for everyone that backed it up, myself included. It was just terrible. Just downright terrible. So I'm super glad that game was not on the list. So after spending like a minute talking about that, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I really did enjoy that game. It was a better Paper Mario game than the ones that did came out. Even though it's technically not a Paper Mario game, best one will always be Thousand Year Door in like everyone's opinions. First one probably is pretty good too. I've never played that one, but it looked really good and it looked fun. I did enjoy it. Like, yeah, it was more like a Mario RPG game than the Paper Mario RPG, which just sucks because that's where all their focus for RPGs are going. It's the Mario and Luigi games, and they kind of don't care what happens to Paper Mario anymore, which really is sad. But I do consider this a Paper Mario game, even though he's not the main hero. It was still fun. I enjoyed it. I did like it a lot. It's probably my favorite Mario and Luigi RPG game in recent memories. Uh, Dream Dream Team wasn't that bad, but I did like this one a bit more. Minecraft Story Mode. The reason why this game is on the list of consideration is because all the last episode came out in 2016. Not even counting the DLC, and even the DLC stuff did come out in 2016 as well. That game, I had fun, but then it just dragged on. Like those last 3 episodes shouldn't have existed, in my opinion. I played them and I was like, oh, these are okay. These are boring. Why am I doing this? But I mean, like I said, if those last 3 episodes weren't in it, it'd probably be a fine game. But even then, it was still, it was dragging on a bit too long. So that's why it's not on there. Psycho-Pass Mandatory Happiness. I That's a great visual novel game. Out of the 2 visual novel games that came out, Steins Gate Zero and Psycho-Pass, I love them both. Uh, Obviously, Steins Gate Zero made the list. Psycho-Pass didn't, just for the fact that, I mean, I did enjoy it from my playthrough, but that one was just so more. I don't really know the right choice to say here. I did enjoy it. It was had highs and lows, but I at some points I was like, okay, it's the same problem in there as like if you went through. I think if you went through these chapters before, but you picked a different selection lead up to it, you couldn't skip it, something like that. I don't know, but I did enjoy it. I had fun with it, but at the same time, I didn't have as much fun as I did with the rest of the games that were on the list. It was still fine. Attack on Titan. I love that game. That game was fun. That game was phenomenal. It was the best Attack on Titan game there is out there. I enjoy everything about it. Um, Again, I had more fun with all the other games, and that's basically what it leads up to. Is I had more fun with all the other games on my top 10 than the ones that I did play that weren't on this. Besides my number 9, that game's shit. Um, but the Attack on Titan game, I loved that game. It was fun. It followed really well to the manga and anime, and even the epilogue stuff. And that's kind of where it's like kind of dipped down for me. Is like, okay, the epilogue, you have to complete certain missions. You have to do some of those certain missions on the recruit thing. You have to do some certain of those missions before you can unlock the epilogue missions, which is fine, I guess, since it's epilogue, it's added stuff. It's like a added on DLC, but it's not really. Um, and then again, it's the whole. I said this in my review. It gives you the choice to play other characters, but at the same time, you're just going to end up playing as Aaron because he becomes a Titan, and it makes those missions a lot easier when he's in his Titan form. Unlike with the other characters, it's harder to, you have to escort missions. The escort missions are ass in this game, especially the end ones. The main story ones, they're not so bad, but the epilogue escort missions are terrible. You have to you have this group of people, and you can't let them all die, and it sucks because all the enemies are coming in, and then you have the distress signals that like, oh, come help this person out. That's limited. You're timed of how long you can go to it, and you leave over there, and then all of a sudden, everyone that you're supposed to escort is dead, but you have no time to do both. Even as Aaron, it's a difficult task to do, so it's even harder to do it as a human, which is terrible. And another thing is like there is a multiplayer, but I wish it was more more like Titans versus Humans thing, and you could be a Titan or a human, and that would have been fun. Like I would have enjoyed being a different Titan other than Aaron. Like that would have been fun. I wish they added that, but unfortunately, not the case. I did enjoy it though, but that's one of the reasons why I never made the list. Another honorable mention I want to say is Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key that came out finally in the U.S. We finally got Key after 3 years of it being a browser and then a year of it being only in Japan. We finally got Unchained Key. I do enjoy it. I still play it, and it's the whole thing is like it keeps getting story updates. That's the whole thing. It keeps getting story updates, but so it's not. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to end. Really, it's hard to say. With season 2 actually coming out this year in the North America, it's actually pretty cool. That should be coming out sometime this month. I'm going to guess maybe this week, maybe next week. I hope it's before 2.8 comes out. That'd be nice, but it's fine. Yeah, it's an honorable mention. It wasn't going to be on the list because it's a whole, it doesn't really end type game. It's more like it's a mobile game that keeps getting updated, which is cool. It's cool. I don't understand why people are bitching and complaining about it. It's like, hey, we're getting something Kingdom Hearts related. Sure, it may not be your Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's still fun, and it's free. You don't need to waste money on it, unlike me. Well, I didn't need to waste money on it too. I did the $100 thing just out of funsies. I was like, let's have some fun. Let's put $100 in this thing, see how many medals we get pulled, and it's fine. Yeah, I did have fun doing that though. So yeah. All right, so that's all the games that I have played that didn't make the list. But now let's talk about the games that I didn't play because either A, I didn't get them, or that they didn't interest me, or I didn't have the console. Majority of these games are because I didn't have the console. Let's start off with some Wii U games. There isn't really that many, actually, now that I'm looking at this. The only one that is like Star Fox Zero and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess would not have been on the list because it's the whole HD thing. I don't really add those to the list, save for Type 0 last year, but that was because it was never released in North America. So yeah, I mean, I'm not getting Wii U. I might get a Switch this year. We'll see. All depends. That Switch event is happening like tomorrow, so that's cool. Okay, let's talk about the games that I could have gotten now. Big one, Dark Souls 3. If you've seen my Bloodborne videos, I do enjoy those types of games. It's just I didn't think I had time for Dark Souls, and Dark Souls is a different beast than Bloodborne was. I would have enjoyed Dark Souls. Like I am getting I'm actually really interested in these Dark Souls games. There's talks of another type of Dark Souls-ish game, not really Dark Souls, maybe Bloodborne 2 or something like that. We'll see. I might be interested in that. If it's Bloodborne 2, I'll definitely get it because I love Bloodborne, so it's cool. The Last Guardian. I watched people play this game. It looks phenomenal. It has a fantastic story. It looks great. It's just not my kind of game. It looks amazing. I I just can't get into that type of game. Like I said, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. I know it's not my type of game, so I wasn't gonna pick it up. Yeah, I probably would have enjoyed playing it, but at the same time, probably would get frustrated with it. But like I said, it's not my type of game. Same with Shadow of the Colossus. It wasn't really my type of game. Even though that game is phenomenal, I know how great it is. It's not my type of game, and I'm sorry. That game probably would have been on the list if I did get it, but at the same time, I don't know if it would have because, like I said, it's not my type of game, so I don't know if I could give it the justice it deserved. And it's just fine. Far Cry Primal. I like Far Cry games. I only played the fourth one because it was free. Um, again, I didn't have time. I can't remember what was going on around that time, but I just didn't have time to do that. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Didn't even play the first game, and from what I've tell, this game's not really that great either. Homeworld the Revolution. I'm glad I missed that game because that looks like shit right away. But maybe patches improved it. But at the same time, I'm not good at shooters. So sorry about that. That's why whatever Call of Duty game that came out this year, I didn't pick it up either. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I never played the first one. It feels weird to get the second one. But I would have enjoyed it. Like, there is a bundle on PS4 that's like, hey, you can get both. I might get that, but at the same time, probably not right now because I have, like, no space on my PS4. So, yeah. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Again, didn't have time. That came out around the same time as Far Cry Primal. I can't even remember what games came out around that time. I think it was Digimon. Digimon came out and I was like, I wanted to enjoy Digimon more than anything. So, I think that was the reason. Street Fighter V, I'm not that big of fighting games, and I'm just not that big of Street Fighter. Firewatch and The Witness. I'm saying both of these right here because they were both indie games, but they've had fantastic talks and everything about it. Like, they look like great games, and I never watched all of Firewatch. I never watched someone play all of Firewatch, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, that was a fantastic game. So good on those developers. Same with The Witness. Like, that game is a big puzzle type game. So I probably would have raged a lot in that game, but I would have probably enjoyed it at some point through the thing. The Batman Telltale game. Again, I didn't have time. Although it looks fantastic, I will probably pick it up at some point because I love those Telltale games, and that one actually looks really good. It might, from what I have seen, it might be my favorite one after the Borderlands. We'll see. I have to play it first. I will probably play at some point. Then I'll be like, okay, which is better, this one or the Borderlands one? It might depend. And then with Guardians of the Galaxy coming out this year, it might be atop of those three. It's like, which one's better, Batman, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Tales from Borderlands? Because Tales of Borderlands is my favorite Telltale game so far. And same with what is it? Walking Dead Season 3. The first 2 episodes came out in December. I'm not counting that. I count the game when the last episode comes out. So when that last episode comes out, then we'll do it. Then I'll be like, okay, is that it? Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. I have the first one on my PS4. I haven't downloaded it yet. That's because it was like a whole, hey, here's some free games. I think that was like their first ever like PlayStation Plus. Or I don't think that was even PlayStation Plus. I think that was just a whole, hey, we're giving these games away for free. Back at E3 of 2015, I think it was, or yeah, 2015. I think that's what it was. So I just got them, and I was like, I might download them at some point. But with Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, that might be dead, but I don't know. We'll see. I would be interested to play the first one, but we'll have to see that first. Bravely Second. I never played the first one. It does look like a fantastic game. The first one did look amazing. The second one looks great as well. Again, just never played the first one. And it feels bad to go into a second game without playing the first one, even though I did that with Metal Gear Solid 5 last year. Even though I did play the first one. I did play the first Metal Gear game, but I never really played any of the other ones. I read up on them, so. Yep. What's next? I guess the only thing that's next is the Zero Time Dilemma. I would have loved that game. That's part of the Zero Escape franchise with 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors, or whatever combination it is. and um, Virtue's Last Reward, and now Zero Time Dilemma. I would have loved that game. I loved 9999, and I never played Virtue's Last Reward yet. I'm waiting until the collection comes out sometime this year to play Virtue's Last Reward. Even though it's funny because I purchased Virtue's Last Reward for my Vita, and then like a few days later they announced like, oh hey, there's a collection coming out at some point, or they announced 999 getting an HD update type thing that could come out on current consoles, and then they said possible Virtue's Last Reward being on it as well. And then I was like, well, that's great. I just bought the game. That's the same time I bought Steins Gate, so yeah. Both games that were very amazing. I was like, I have to get that. So when I get the collection, I'll play both Virtue's Last Reward and 999, and then I'll play Virtue's Last Reward on my Vita, and then I'll pick up Zero Time Dilemma. It looks like a fantastic game. I just didn't pick it up because it would spoil Virtue's Last Reward for me. And again, even though I think this game actually takes place in between the two, it does have spoilers for Virtue's Last Reward because Virtue's Last Reward is the last game in the series. It's a weird thing, really, but yeah. All right, now let's talk about the two games for Xbox that I don't know. Quantum Break, meh. I mean, it looked interesting and had me interested, but I hear a lot of people didn't really like it because of the whole TV concept, or the whole gun fights in it weren't that great. Um, um, yeah, I didn't really enjoy it that much. So, a lot of people never didn't really enjoy it that much, so that's why. And Gears of War 4. What can I do? I don't have an Xbox, like I said, so that game wouldn't be on it. They look fine, but at the same time, it's whatever. So, I think that's all the games that I was really interested in that had my interest throughout 2016. So, yeah, that's all. So that's it. That's all the games that I did play and didn't play that might have been on the list, maybe, depending on if I didn't have 10 and I had to pick. Oh god, I would not have picked number 9. That would have been the last one. Like, how many games I did play? I probably would have put Unchained Key in there before I put my number 9. So let's see, I had Psycho Pass, Attack on Titan, Minecraft, Mario and Luigi, and Unchained Key. So I had to play only 4 games that came out this year in order for my number 9 to be on that list. So let's see here. Out of the list, I'm seeing no, that was impossible. It was impossible for my number 9 to get on there. World of Final Fantasy was a game that I wasn't even thinking about getting. Psycho Pass was a game too, I guess, at some point. Same with Dishonored 2, but that's like 3 games, so I made it. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's all the games I didn't play, all the games I did play that didn't get onto my top 10, and what can you do? So yeah, let me know what games you have for your own top 10 in the comments down below, and what games you would consider to put on your top 10 that you didn't play or that you did play but you can only put 10. Let me know those down below. And 2017 looks like it's going to kick off with a bang this year. Like I said, we have so many games coming out. In this month alone, we have Resident Evil 7, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. That's a game that I might or might not put on my top 10, depending on. I mean, it has more new than old. So, Persona 5, that's probably going to be my game of the year. Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm still a bit iffy on it. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yooka-Laylee. Digimon World New Order, that's coming out this month. The Berserk game. Danganronpa V3. South Park. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Gravity Rush 2. Freedom Plan 2. I'm not worried about not playing 10 games. Like, those are all games that are confirmed for this year. And that's not even all. Nier Automata. Like, that game. Persona 5 might have its run for money with Nier Automata. With how fun I've had with that. But we'll see. Like, so many games are coming out this year that's going to be not hard to... Well, it's not going to be hard to play at least 10 games, but it's probably going to be harder to go down between. So, yep. And with that, I put a close to this Nick game. I'm deleting everything except for my 3 sections onward. I have the 3 sections. I have honorable mentions. Games I have played but didn't make the list. I have the games I haven't played but would have liked to, and I have games that are considered for the list. So it's a clean slate. we're on a new track for 2017, guys, and it's looking fantastic right now. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please give that like button a click. And like I said, comment what your top 10 games were, what games you would have had on your list if you didn't already put them in your top 10. What games did you want to play but didn't have the time to play? Let me know all that in the comments down below. And as always, guys, any of these games I cover, they will be on my other channel, RPG Kingdom Kid. There's a link for that in the description below. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.